Alright, let's jump back into Super Mario World playthrough part 3, where we're going to be looking at a couple of exits that I missed. I forgot about in Donut Plains, didn't get to last time, so you'll see I got to them while I was fooling around with it the other day. Exits are now 19 instead of 17, so I'm going to quickly go back to those and show you where they are. And the first exit is here at Donut Secret 1. It's the top exit toward the ghost, and the second exit is from Donut Secret House over to the pipe that you see over to the side. So, Donut Secret 1, and this is that water level everyone hates. Actually, it's not that bad. This is not the bad water level. There are a couple of way worse water levels in this game. We saw one earlier that I don't really care for, but it's not really that bad. And then there's one that's really just annoying, but it's not. None of it's horrible. None of this game is really bad or too terribly tough. You can, even a guy who doesn't know, or a girl who doesn't know how to play games very well, will get into this over time, and it doesn't take too long to learn how to play Super Mario World and to get pretty good at it. I mean, I'm not great at it, obviously, but like that, I die sometimes, but anybody can do it. Anybody can play this game. Last time on this level, I had gotten the key exit, but I did not get the main exit, and I forgot to go back and get it. That's the first one we want to look at, and it's not hard, it's not difficult, but just it's better if you have the cape to be able to use. But if not, which I forgot to grab one, I should have probably just went and grabbed one. Just, you know, some careful swimming, some baiting the fishes over. Those Rip Van fishes are really kind of annoying as far as enemies in Super Mario World go. They're one of the more nuisance-some enemies. One of the more nuisance-some enemies that you face. Alright. Just because they do swim fairly quickly once they get started, and so if you don't take care of getting rid of them, they can be a bit of an annoying part of the game. So the P-switch unlocks that key that we got last time. Wow, I didn't realize you could swim under that, actually. Let me try. So that key right there is from last time, and I forgot you could swim under there. And then the second exit is right here, the main exit. That was the secret. Here's the main exit. So pretty neat. Although I don't think I'm getting that fire flower back down anytime soon. It went floating away. Float away to victory, right? Wow. So that would exit you up here to the Donut Ghost House. But in doing that, you're going to miss out on the Green P-switch Palace and the Donut Plains number 2 level, which are they're pretty good levels, all things considered. Here's the Donut Secret House, which is the bottom ghost house on the map. And originally we had went through the boss fight where you fight against the giant King Boo. But this time, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to the main exit. Of course, you would get me, Mr. Boo. And of course I'd just do that. That's okay. Doesn't matter. So the main exit on here is actually kind of simple, kind of easy. It's something, if you get used to it enough, you can beat it pretty quickly. Once again, none of this level is that hard, and the main exit is right here. So instead of going up this way, you would go back to grab this P-switch, as we did before, but instead of going up there, as we had, and by the way, this is a vine to make it easier for you, instead of that, you go right here, and it brings you right out to the main exit, and that brings you over to that pipe. So that's the end of Donut Plains. That's what we missed last time. Let's get back into the game, going forward from here. Next up is Vanilla Dome, although I want to look at that pipe for you and show you where it leads to. Continue and save. even though I don't need to. I've already beaten it. That goes up here to the donut secret number 2. Well, I guess we might as well go ahead and mess around with this too. Starts you out on a nasty ice level. I hate ice levels. Alright, look at that. Got all the coins. So, the way you manipulate that is by your directional pads. So, whenever the keys, the coins start to move out, you just hit left, right, up, down, and it turns to face the direction that you tell it to with those buttons. Okay, didn't get the coin, but that's okay. Don't need that dragon coin. I don't really need the lives. Alright. Now, into this pipe. And out of the ice. I hate the ice levels. Sliding. I mean, the levels are really well created. They're really pretty. They're really nice looking. But why would you ever want to play an ice level? If you have your choice of anything else, why would you play any other level? Any ice level at all? Yeah, so... I can't believe I just did that. Didn't even think about what I was doing there. Okay. So yeah, like I said, anybody with half a brain who's a halfway decent gamer can go ahead and play these games and make sense of it. Me, on the other hand, well, you know, I'm not an excellent gamer. Don't claim to be, don't think I ever will be, but... Do I want that? I don't really. It doesn't matter. I want the star. Oops. No, I don't want the star. Because that star means death. Don't get that star. It absolutely doesn't matter. So, slide down, pop up. Can't go as quickly as I did with the star. Ice physics. See, that's one of the most killer things is you start moving, you keep moving. The ice physics don't allow you to stop as well as you'd like to until you bump into something. I don't even need that. I'm going to just not do that next time. That'd probably be the best option, wouldn't it? Alright. And grab yon spring. Pop myself up over all of these spinies. Land on pipe. I'm going to quit sliding on that pipe someday. After we beat this, we'll go on to the next pipe. Okay. Okay, so not what I was intending, nor is my button working the way it should to jump, so I clicked it. I know I did. I might have been a hair late though. I probably should just go grab that star, shouldn't I? Make things a lot easier. Okay. Anyway. Game over. But Donut Plains Secret 2. Okay, go back to it. One of these times I'll beat it. I've beaten it before. I'll beat it again. I've beaten I think all of the exits in here before. You went a little quicker than normal? Okay. So how are you guys doing today? Having a good day? I trust, because, I mean, it's a beautiful day to have a good day, right? Over here in our town, it's raining right now, pretty bad. Might end up losing power at some point if it gets too much worse. I didn't want to fall in that hole. Might end up losing power at some point if we're not fortunate, but I think we'll be pretty all right. Because we normally are. It's not like we normally have any issues with power outages here. It's pretty rare that we actually lose power. I mean, it happens. It does happen. It's happened a few times. But it's pretty rare. We've got a neighbor down the street. He loves talking about how we need a generator and, you know, it would be a good idea to get one. But we don't have one, so if we do lose power, it's okay. It's not that big a deal, but yeah. Yes, dear. Playing Super Mario World. Trying to finish this Donut Secret 2, and for some reason I'm having a really rough time with it. That's okay, it's not your fault. I love the rumble of the thunder, don't you? I keep jumping wrong for that star. Makes me feel real smart. That's one thing I hate about this, is if you land on the pipe just a tiny bit right at the piranha's mouth as the piranha is going there, it doesn't remember your spin jump. So it's really an unfortunate thing. If you're going to land on that piranha, land on the piranha. Go before it's too late, and don't... No. Don't go after it's too late. So go right there and not too late whenever it's falling back into the pipe all the way. Need to drink a sweet tea. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Alright, do you enjoy gaming? Have you played Super Mario World before? Do you like Super Mario World? Or you just watching because you want to watch somebody play a game and fail miserably? I mean, that's a good reason, I guess. I've been trying to play around with a couple of Kaizo hacks and see how they work out for me. I'm not very good at Kaizo, but I've beaten a couple of levels in a couple of the games. There you go, Mario. Oi! Ice. Maybe I should just skip Donut Secret 2 for now. I don't know. I don't really want to. I mean, I want to beat it. I don't want to not do it, but it's not like it's the first thing on my priority of beating this game. It's just one of the things that, yeah, it can be done. So let's do it. Get it over with. Alright, back to here. I think I could just walk under those guys, but... I didn't even do that right. But maybe that's one of the worst parts of this level for me. I mean, probably not for most people, but I guess really it's fun whether you live or die, and what makes this a lot of fun is just that you get better over time, so it's a lot of fun to know that you're getting more skillful at a game. It's not a game that is derived entirely off of luck, although there is some RNG and fortune and luck and whatever involved in this. It's not entirely derived off of that. And so that's sort of, yeah, I was right at the end like 3 times. It's a lot of fun because it is based on your skill. If you're really skilled at it, you're going to go and get done quickly. If you're not very skilled at it, you're not going to be able to finish it. And of course that just skips over to there. So that skips, if you go up here to Donut Secret 1, go through the ghost house, through the pipe, Donut Secret 2, you get to skip all the rest of this level. So that finishes Donut Plains. Vanilla Dome 1. This was the worst level growing up. I had no idea how to beat it. I kept dying on that beetle right there. Every time. I never got past it. When I played it with my family who had a Super Nintendo, I did not have a Super Nintendo, and so I had to play it with them. And I could never get past it. And so the first time I got through this level was like the coolest thing in the world to me. Where is the feather? Okay, so this is not actually that tough or that bad of a level. It's not that big a deal. It's just doing it is occasionally a little bit tricky on certain parts. And so, yeah, if I could shell jump, I would show you this exit first, but I cannot shell jump for anything, so not going to try. And I don't have that P-switch palace done, and I don't have a cape. So those are all ways you can get into there if you can shell jump properly, which I can't at all shell jump. So kind of an almost pointless star, but not really right there. Because, I mean, it just keeps you from jumping over all those enemies. So, but yeah, if you could shell jump or if you could properly use a cape there, either one works really well. And then the other option, of course, is to get the P-switch palace done so that you can get there legitimately, the way that they originally intended it to do, to be done. Don't throw a shell into this wall because it will just bounce right back into your face. And that's not pleasant to have a shell jump in your face. Boom. I should have just carried that across the line. I'd have gotten my mushroom or whatever. But there is the first exit. The primary exit of Vanilla Dome 1. If I can get a cape, I'll show you the second exit. That leads over to... well, I won't do that right yet. Vanilla Dome 2. Vanilla Dome 2 is a water level. Perhaps one of the more annoying, though not bad if you don't do something dumb like that, levels. It is a water level that I hated, once again, right after I learned how to beat Vanilla Dome 1. Vanilla Dome 2 kicked my butt, and I couldn't do it for a few weeks. I hadn't really tried too hard, obviously. I've got a full-time job, so I'm not playing this every day. But for a few weeks, it pestered me trying to figure it out. You know, I'd play for 15 minutes, not get it, just quit for the evening and then come back to it later. And of course I would have to beat Vanilla Dome 1 to get back to Vanilla Dome 2. So that was a bit of a nuisance. That would have been much better if I wouldn't have lost my mushroom already. This one's a fire flower. That one back there would have been a cape instead of a mushroom. But obviously I made a mistake. So alright, I don't think he saw me. Lucas, go. Right now. Now. That's a fire flower. And I'm almost to the exit here, the initial exit. I don't like swoopers. So, anyway, enough of that distraction. Vanilla Dome 2. So, Vanilla Dome 2. And get myself going. Through the exit. Silly. So primary exit goes up to the next, I think it's a ghost house. Let's look at that. Yep, vanilla ghost house, which is kind of nice. The second exit, the exit I did not get, goes down to the P-Switch Palace. So we are going to do that. Especially since I'm starting with this, which means I get a fire flower here and a cape in just a moment. Although I'm not really sure which one is more effective here. I prefer the cape personally, but the fire flower does a good job as well. So I prefer the cape, but I can use the fire flower as well. Now down here is where we're going to be going for the secret exit. So, up here, P-switch, bop the flower, no thank you, and hit here. Go here, right over in here is that, the key, and down here is the exit. Might as well grab my fire flower back. Reclaim it. Or not. And drop the key down the hole. Okay. Come on, Vanilla Dome 2. Don't do this to me. Just like the Donut Secret 2. No. This leads to the red or pink or whatever color you'd want to call it. P-switch. Which is a big help. I love how detailed the overalls are. You've got even the pockets and then the part on the back there where there's the hole in the back of the outfit where the straps would be crisscrossing above it. They did a really neat job on Mario's attire here. Last life, let's hope we don't have to go back to Vanilla Dome 1. I've already recorded these levels once, but there was some problems with noise, too much noise, and I just this will be fine, even though I've had a little bit from my kids trying to come in. It's going to be fine. I think I'll do just the P-Switch Palace and then cut this video so it doesn't get obscenely long for you, but yeah, Vanilla Dome is not my favorite section. I actually would probably reserve that to, oh, would I? Probably the forest. The Forest of Illusion is a pretty awesome level, or set of levels, in my opinion, and I really like that, but okay. Got there. So, red P-Switch Palace, pink P-Switch Palace. It's a little less red than the red of some of the other parts. Like the red of the shells, the red of other things that you'll see there. Like the flashing red levels with the 2 exits. It's less red than that. It's pink more than it is red. So, but then it turns red once you switch it. It's like it turned more red once you switched it. So I guess it's a red P-Switch, but it's kind of a pink P-Switch in my opinion. Whatever they intended it to be, it's more pink than red. And continue and save. Thanks for joining me for this episode. Next episode, we'll try to go back to Vanilla Dome 1 and hit the secret exit, and then go on up to the ghost house. Actually, I'm going to just quickly jump into the ghost house. It's not the worst ghost house that you've ever seen. It is the worst one to me, but to most people, it's not. It's not even close to that. So there's the Yoshi coin, the dragon coin there. There's a fire flower here. Neither one interests me right now, though I might change my mind on that fire flower after I get through this field of ghosts. And then, right, not this one. In fact, I've got to get this ghost out of the way, this King Boo, to get to this one. So, there is a vine here that leads up to a bunch of coins, a couple of the boos, and a dragon coin, of course. So, there is that. There's a dragon coin up there. Inside that block, I think, is just a coin. It's nothing special. Okay. Of course, you don't want to deal with all those green bubbles if you don't have to. So having this cape is really nice. There is a point there for a P-switch door. There is a door right there, which goes on back to, I think, the beginning of the level, which you don't really want to deal with if you can help it. Once again, we're just going to have to deal with it. So, redo this level. These smug ghosts, also known as Eries, actually only known as Eries, except if you don't name them by their proper name. The Eries, you can spin jump off of those Eries and bounce on them. So if you're ever going to be jumping through fields of them, which you do at one point, use the spin jump where possible. And if you happen to land on them, you will bounce on them. And that's a lot more fun than just dying to a ghost because you accidentally bumped into it with a regular jump and didn't make the right move. Why? Maybe I should save this for next time. Practice a little bit, right? But Vanilla Ghost House. It's not the worst ghost house. It really isn't, but it is Not the easiest, not the best ghost house. It's not as well designed as some of them, though it is way more detailed as far as puzzling goes. It's a way more puzzly ghost house than, say, the last one we did or the first ghost house you face. And so it's not bad. It's pleasant enough. As far as ghost houses go, it is definitely by far not the worst. Okay. I wish I had my cape still. So you bounce off of these if you spin jump on them. Not if you spin jump into their side, obviously. But you can bounce off of them if you spin jump. And, wow, it looked like my mic cut out there for a second. So yeah, as normal, the spin jump is the safest jump at any point in Super Mario World, because I know it's not the highest jump, so you can't jump up on like that platform just now, but it is the safest jump because you can bounce off of a lot of enemies with the spin jump. And you can't obviously do normal jumps for certain enemies. The only way to do it. Jump. So yeah, you can bounce off of those green ghost balls or bubbles. Just, that's the only way to do it. Just avoid them, duck them where you can, spin jump on them where you can't duck. P-switch here. You want to not use it though until you get to the end, where there is indeed some coins, and that will get you in here to the exit. Much easier. Hey, we got it. We did it. So, Vanilla Dome, not my favorite. Not my favorite section. I have never really cared for it. It is the one section that takes me the most work to get through. I've got to practice it more, but you know how it is. Playing games and trying to live life. Having family, you know, it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to find the time for all the games you'd like to play, right? Anyway, okay. Until next time, thanks for joining me for another Super Mario World playthrough. Any comments or questions, down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend. I'll see you again tomorrow, or whenever I get this played again.